Good morning. What's up, everyone? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen Mentality. You already hear who's up first thing this morning. Go! Soon as I turn this camera on, that's when he wants to talk. But needless to say, thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Fill my cup and I will fill yours. And by all means, know when I post my TeaTalks. I hope everybody is doing well, swell, thriving, surviving, and all that good jazz. He alright. Hopefully he won't come in here. But I hope everyone's having a good morning. I hope everyone is swell. Just wanted to have a tea talk with you all since I watered the garden. Y'all see my money tree? Yes, no Kendrick Lamar. But needless to say, I just want to have a quick little tea talk with you all, to all my little tea talk friends, because I think this is something that I think will be a really good send off for the morning. Some food for thought by lunchtime, and hopefully by tomorrow morning when you wake up, you'll be able to see something a little bit different, to be able to enhance the value of your boundaries, right? Because we all need to make sure that we have boundaries. That way people know how to treat us, respect us, and what we're not going to go for. So, go ahead, get your water, get your wine. You know, I got my coffee. I had to let it cool off. I don't see how people, when I used to work at Starbucks and Marriott, I never understood why people be like, oh, I want it extra hot. And then they be like, oh, we'll put an ice cube in it. Then you don't want it extra hot. You just don't want to get cold before you get to work. I get it though. Still too hot. Okay. So anyhow, so this tea talk today is brought to you by real life. Alright? Now, we all have people that we come across that have gave us this idea of, you know, getting to know people past who they've shown themselves to be, or better yet, you know, you ever heard of that saying, not everybody deserves a second chance, or not everybody deserves, you know, not everybody, you know, takes you looking at them for who they are to be genuine like that. So to help, I think this tea talk will be good. For ones who like to do research like myself, this is definitely for you. And for the ones who just kind of want to be more careful about their pickings and who they have around them, then by all means, this is for you. All right. So, you know, we all come to a time in life where we may have been burnt by somebody's unloyalness, their untrustworthiness, their reluctancy to be an actual human. All right, sometimes these people are just shells, and they're not meant to be saved. They're not meant to try to change. The number one thing you need to always remember is you change what you can. So go back to the preset videos, go back to easy picking videos, go back to my boundary video, go back to the glow up and level up video, go to protect your heart not guarded videos. All those videos will coincide with what we're talking about in this one. So first thing is first, you know, we have the ones that we may think are sinister. They may have shown themselves to be sinister. And even though we'll say that's okay, we'll just put that right there. We'll just insert that right now, right here. That's okay. Because guess what? Normally, people who seem to have that sinister side, that have that side where they're just used to keep on keeping on, they're not really too worried about someone who's going to come stop them in their tracks, because no one has as of yet. Well, we're here. We're here. And we realize, okay? Say it with me now. Realize they happen. They happen all the time. It's not just a white lie. It's one thing for you to say, oh, well, I forgot something in the car, or I think I left something outside, and you actually go outside and you search for it. But if so happens you have someone that's like, oh, I think I left something in the car, but they're gone and they're nowhere in the parking lot, those type of sinister people who try to get over, we need to analyze them a little bit more. Not because it's one of those behavioral analysis type things Mr. Rell is always liking to do. But needless to say, when we are able to gauge character, then we're able to make better decisions as to who we want around long time. Sometimes long-term people need to have seasonal positions, and sometimes seasonal positions need to be given to everybody until they actually show themselves to actually be on higher. You feel me? So let's think about this. You know, people who try to be sinister and sneaky, they have a way of what's called a duper's daylight. They have a way of smiling and hiding it, almost like a poker face. And there are also people who literally, they have their own notions and giptions and gumptions about what they want to do. They're just banking on you not being able to see it, you not be able to know it. Sometimes these are friends, sometimes this is family, sometimes these are people that we laying with, okay? At the end of the day, it's up to you to know what you can control. If you know you can control how you want to be treated and how you want to feel, this is when we need to come into these TeaTalks and be open about what it is that's going on outside. Look, it's crazy. So how about we make sure that where we are in our home, the people that we want around us, the things that we want around us, they are there because they've earned their spot. Okay? So one thing I will tell you first and foremost is that anyone that's sneaky or sinister, duper's daylight, their thing, like I said, is you not realizing it, being able to get away with it, knowing that that person has gotten this high off a hurt. They got this high and this thrill and this rush when a person has successfully like cheated or got over on someone, and you know they haven't been found out. All right, there's going to come a time in the day, just like anytime light hits that wall, light, the sun is going to shine and it's going to expose whatever it is that's been hiding for so long. You just got to have patience. And in the midst of you having patience, you got to remember not to treat anybody as ugly as they may seem, because everything is a circle and karma will come back. So to cash in on your blessings, to be grateful, to continue to be grateful and thankful, we got to be careful how we deal with these type of people, because remember, they are shells of people. There's nothing there. You ever remember in school, we had those people who, you know, they may have been very well on the bus with us, but they go to a class with like 7 students versus you go to a class with 20. Okay? So when we see them in the hallway or they flip out, I used to be like, yo, like I know why that is. Like, I get it. Like, I know what class they in. I know who their teachers are. I know what that classroom is for. It's cool. Just give them a little extra time. All right? Don't get themselves together. He's in his litter box. But when it comes to a point in time, they graduate high school just like we do, just like normal folks do. And they out in the world. And they flipping out. They acting like you don't know Adam from Eve, dirt from water, night from day, salt from pepper. You know, they really think everyone thinks salt and sugar is the same thing. And they'll flip out when they can't make their point. It be them. It be them. It be them, yo. Like, so, you know, when you see anyone flip out like that, just remember, they one of them. That's it. They one of them. Ain't nothing else you can do about it, you dig? Just, they one of them. All right? So, needless to say, anyone that has an inappropriate smile when you're trying to be serious, inappropriate demeanor when you're trying to be serious, they one of them. You feel me? They one of them. They don't feel like it applies to them. However, they don't feel as if like you're talking to them either. You see what I'm saying? They one of them. All right. So I feel like this. The best way for you to realize someone who isn't telling you real stuff is this. The eyes are always the first teller. The actions is really the say all be all. When we do realize that someone who's tried to be sinister, has tried to get over, has tried to manipulate, has tried to tell you, oranges, the fruit, isn't really orange. This is what we do, okay? We recognize it. That doesn't mean for you to be like, oh no, that's not true. Don't fight with them. Don't fight with them. They're one of them. Don't fight them. You recognize it. You know the fruit oranges are orange. You know it. You let them look like that. Because just remember, they're one of them. Secondly, we can encourage the truth. Sometimes it's blatant, it's right there. So all they really have to do is stand there and prove that they're delusional. You don't have to do too much. No purchase is necessary. No assembly required. Just simply, if an apple has an outside that has red skin, yellow skin, or green skin, if someone says it's purple skin, there ain't nothing you need to do on that. The only thing that's necessary for you to do is for you to disengage if it continues. Now, when I say it continues, that means, apples and oranges may not be the same, but I remember clearly they're still fruit. They're still in the same category. No matter the color, they're still fruit. So when we encourage the truth, but they're like, nah, they're just foods with different colors, just disengage. Because my dad used to say something, the more I talk to you, the dumber I get. And sometimes you don't need that. Especially if these are the type of people who like to try and get over. Okay? Not under, over. They want all exposure, all room to reach to what we don't know. But what we do know is when they look in our face like that, we already know. Just go ahead and disengage. I recognize you on some funny shit. You on some bullshit. And I really would encourage you to do the right thing, varying by people. But I see you don't have that type of intellect. So I'm just going to leave you be. Instead of you having a nice day, have the day you deserve. And keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Even if they don't know why you stopped, you do. And that's all that matters. Because sometimes less is more. Just remember, they one of them. Alright? Now some of them, they get out in the real world. They learn how to make things work for them. They use what they know to help them be able to move more of like a civil being. But then you got some that just can't govern themselves accordingly, mentally or physically. You gotta let them go. Either the law gonna catch up with them, something's gonna catch up with them, but don't let it be your company. That's the thing. You gotta know the company you keep, and you gotta remember the company that you keep also says a lot about you too. So today, that's what I want you to do. I want you to realize that about yourself. Your presence is golden, and everyone should be grateful to experience that. It's up to you to make sure those people are deserving, because that's different. So y'all let me know down below, how is it that you realize things in between the lines, whether that's people, places, things, let's get it out there in the open. And by all means, remember, when you realize it, you recognize it, you don't recognize it to point it out to them. You recognize it for yourself, because that's the only person in this whole entire thing that you can change is yourself. And move forward. Move forward, There's nothing wrong with it. Alright. So that's what I have for y'all this morning. I want y'all to do well today. I want y'all to breathe today. Help someone nice today. help someone by being nice today. So then that way, when it comes to a time you need to pick off your money tree, your blessings, you know, when you ask for them, they can be adhered by the fact of you've put in the work to show that that is something that should work in your favor. Trust me, it works. So y'all put down below, how do y'all realize and deal with it? On the meantime, in between time, be sure that y'all head over to my coaching page, Open Hearts and Freed Spirits. We will be putting videos up there soon. Make sure you check out Stella Bistro foods down below, and my Learn and Discern messages, and all my other church announcements will be down below. I would definitely like to make sure that I put out there that, you know, moving is never an easy thing, regardless of however you do it, okay? You need credit, you need finances, and those two things are going to speak of your worthiness moving from wherever you're trying to do, whatever goal you are trying to manifest and accomplish. And one that has definitely helped me a lot along the way has been self. Yes, everyone has talked about it. I've seen a lot about it. Needless to say, I decided to take the jump into the self pool, and I love it. I love the fact that I can choose different plans based on my budget a month, and I can also save money and be excited to do so, knowing that at the end of the year, I'm going to receive a check back. Yes, a check. The thing about self that I really do love the most is the fact of every time you make your payments, it's actually helping you out with all 3 credit business bureaus, so that way they're able to see that you made on-time payments, your utilization of credit cards are really low, and most importantly, like I said, we can save money because Nilo is always going to want snacks. So by all means, go ahead and join the self, I guess you could say, self nation with me, and start below with that special link to get you started. I hope you find a lot of worthiness inside of self as much as I have, and by all means, I hope it helps you with your new financial beginning. Outside of that, I hope you all have a great day. Fill my cup, I'll fill yours. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
The depths of the media sees no evil. Buildings crashing 9/11, no sake for the people. Children take to everything. Others willing to feel anything just to say they were there. Boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, domestic violence. Do you care? When the curtains close, your head hangs low. You're wishing someone was there. Just turn to me for relief. I know how you feel. I am you. You are me. We share symptoms of the black sheep. Aren't you aware?
This image, I remember howling winds, nights trying to hustle to 10 degrees, ash on my knuckles. Coke in my long john, sipping on the brisk. A tall glass, a nigga, please, who get a sip of this? Coke in my long john, slave to the sin. Call me young coke there if the cops try to frisk. I may get a grip, I may get a grip. I may slapping 20s, lobster tails, and some shrimp. I used to bump Wayne all day as a pimp, now I'm past Wayne, Drake, I'm going in.